A gang responsible for the deadly and inhumane death of a Sheffield man, Abdullah Hassan, have been jailed after he died from a gunshot to the thigh in 2023. On April 9th, 2023, police and paramedics rushed to the flats on Carlisle Drive after residents called for help and attempted to save the 25-year-old Abdullah's life. Abdullah was sadly pronounced dead at the scene, and a post-mortem confirmed that he died of a single gunshot wound to his thigh. Following a trial at Sheffield Crown Court, the judge heard how the inhumane actions of the gang had been due to a drugs dispute, which then escalated, leading to Abdullah's death. As a result, Osai Williams, 29, of East Glade Avenue, Demi Dunford, 29, and Alex Taff, 31, both of Derby Street, and Andrew Horton, 46, of Smelterwood Crescent, received life sentences with a minimum prison terms of between 27 and 32 years. During the South Yorkshire Police's investigation, it became clear that a warfare about drug supply in the city had escalated between Dunford and Abdullah, and with Dunford clear on proving her status, she orchestrated a plan with Taff, Horton and Williams to lure Abdullah out of his property to be shot. Following the shooting, the gang fled the scene, and in the following days attempting to cover up their work and evidence, travelling to different areas cleaning vehicles involved, with Horton's sister Emma Horton becoming involved. Senior investigating officer in the case, Detective Inspector Andy Knowles, said, "This sentencing brings closure to our investigation and the process to achieve justice for Abdullah, and our thoughts remain with all those who loved and cared for him." Drugs play a significant role in serious and organised crime, setting off a chain of dangerous and deadly and inhumane behaviour. There have been no place in our communities, and the sentencing for those responsible for Abdullah's death delivers a clear warning to anyone engaged in this type of offending. Following the sentencing, decades worth of prison sentences were handed to the gang. Osai Williams, 29, of East Glade Avenue, Sheffield, was found guilty of murder, grievous bodily harm, 2 counts of possession of a controlled drugs with intent to supply, possession of a controlled drugs, and possession of an offensive weapon. He was sentenced to 32 years in prison. Demi Dunford, 29, of Derby Street, Sheffield, was found guilty of murder, 2 counts of possession of a controlled drugs with intent to supply, possession of controlled drugs, and possession of a prohibited weapon. She was sentenced to 31 years. Andrew Horton, 47, of Smelterwood Crescent, Sheffield, was found guilty of murder, 2 counts of robbery, theft from a person, fraud and conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. He was sentenced to 28 years. Alex Taff, 31, of Derby Street, Sheffield, was found guilty of murder. He was sentenced to 27 years in prison. Emma Horton, 38, of Smelterwood Crescent, Sheffield, was found guilty of conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. She received a sentence of 12 months, suspended for 2 years. Detective Chief Inspector Andy Knowles said, "I reiterate my thanks to everyone who contributed to us taking these dangerous offenders off the streets and away from our communities, from our teams of detectives, officers on the front line, and staff behind the scenes, and you, the public," he added. "Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you."